commentary side today.
Always an issue for Viv Kingma, and one for us to keep our eye out on is whether he can keep his front foot behind the line. He does struggle a little bit with that. He's always pushing that front line, and of course in this form of the game it's a free hit. Really can't afford to be giving opportunities to the very best players in the world. I'm sure that's something he'll have worked on since the England series. Already one of the slips has come out, an indication perhaps that the ball isn't doing a great deal. Yeah, I've not seen a great deal of swing so far, Pierce.
Not much movement at all. A little bit of spin from one ball in that previous over from Dutt, and just the little bit of just angle across, you'd say, from Kingma so far. But nice carry on that previous delivery off back of a length. So I think that might be something of a positive if that can continue through the day. But wicket doesn't look like it's quick in coming through.
Yeah, that's really what you might call that tennis ball bounce, not flying through to Scott Edwards.
You just see that sort of slight balloony carry through to the wicketkeeper there. Kingma just operating around that 76, 77 mile. Operating around that 76, 77 mile an hour mark. So you'd expect him to try and push up to that 82. We've seen that in the previous series. 82. We've seen that in the previous series.
There's going to be a heck of a battle to get on the plane, isn't there, for that T20 World Cup? When you think about the 20 World Cup, when you think about the likes of Fred Klassen, not here at the moment. Tim van der Hoogten, plenty of other names as well.
Shane Snyder, Glover, Paul van Meekeren. There's a lot of them Murgers that are applying their trade in the county game, but there's Scotty Edwards out there on his own ground. He'll be looking to impress and perform. His parents are here today. They're in their Dutch shirts out in the outfield. So I'm sure we'll get a picture. Of them a bit later on in the afternoon.
It's a really good first over that from Viv Kingma, a maiden. Pakistan winning the toss and batting, two without loss.
Speak of our brilliant television crew already. There they are. In the crowd, the Edwards family. Miss Clara Baresi in the background there as well. She'll be supporting her husband all day. Exciting opportunity for all of those players. All these Dutch boys.
Oh, turn and bounce from Aryan Dutt.
You see Dutt at his best when he's bowling that back of a length and that slightly quicker pace, that 93, 94 that 93, 94 kilometre an hour mark where he really gets the ball to rip off a length, and that has turned significantly earlier this morning.
Oh, beautiful, yeah, Max. Oh, beautiful, yeah, Maxi.
This is certainly one to look behind the ear, that one, and think about later. Max O'Dowd fielding at mid-wicket, because of course this surface we're playing on is earmarked for game 2 as well. On Thursday. So it's going to get a significant amount of wear over the next couple of days.
Oh, Daddy, sensational line.
Right on the mark again here, Bryony's. Really forcing the batters to play here. A little bit of turn off that first delivery, just bringing that doubt into the batter's mind, isn't it?
Daddy, come on, boy.
Yes, this is a good start from the Dutt. Good disciplined bowling. Given these two batsmen absolutely nothing really, aside from that first ball, which Fakar Zaman put through cover for a couple. Mid-off up in the circle now, deep cover is out. The gap in the offside should have presented a single, but a little bit of hesitation between the two batsmen and good work from Logan van Beek at cover.
Van Beek, one of the better fielders in this Dutch outfit. Definitely not a player you want to be taking on early. The Dutch very well planned in their fact of putting their good fielders in those real hot spot positions.
Hold it, Maxi. Lovely boys.
The criticisms of Pakistan in one-day international cricket is that explosive start in the same way that Australia or even New Zealand do. Seeing a case in point here this morning. They're taking the time, these batsmen, having a look at conditions. And a second successive maiden for the Netherlands. Good bowling from Aryan Dutt. 3 gone. Aryan Dutt, 3 gone, 2 without loss. Plenty of Pakistan supporters in to enjoy themselves today. Working day, of course, across Europe. Working day, of course, across Europe.
Solid start. Solid start here by the Dutch. They'll be very here by the Dutch. They'll be very pleased. They want to get off to a flying start. They try and get these guys behind the game and really force the Pakistanis to go outside of their natural. Games. Imam, probably a man that sort of looks to bake a cake, really. Brian bats the bake a cake, really. Brian bat 40, 50 overs and sort of the other guys bat around him. Plane going overhead. They're not far away from the airport. At far end of the ground. It's probably only about 1.5 kilometres to the runway. So KLM flying in. You'll see a couple of others throughout the afternoon, I'd expect.
Can't get away from planes in the Netherlands, can we? VRA earlier this summer. Right next to Schiphol Airport. What's the thinking here, Pierce? Because first of all we started with 2 slips, then we went down to 1 slip. And now, that solitary slip, Vikramjit Singh has moved over into a sort of floating slip position, almost a gully.
I think we're seeing with the potential lack of pace in the wicket that those nicks might go a little bit squarer. Scott Edwards thinking he can cover a lot of ground. A thick neck might go to that gully, floating slip area, as you mentioned, as opposed to that real fine first or 1.5 slip line.
The get off strike shot as well for Imam, just trying to run the ball down to third man. That's covered off now. Pitched outside leg, I reckon there. And Michael Goff feels the same. He's standing at this pavilion end.
A little bit of nip back down the line, but comfortably going down leg. Might have even been a little bit of an inside edge there. Love the enthusiasm. King Ma, though, he has started very well here.
Did him a disservice there, Viv King Ma. I think that did pitch in line, but it actually probably did too much. There is that run-down shot that we were talking about, and finally Imam gets off the mark, to his 11th delivery.
Great to see so much support, Rotterdam. Great to see so much support, Rotterdam. A lot of Pakistan people living in the Rotterdam region. We've got quite a few clubs that have quite a strong Pakistan influence, so it's great to have them here in Rotterdam. And see so many wonderful faces here in the crowd today. We're expecting, I think, only 200 tickets left for today, so I think we're expecting the ground to fill up as the afternoon goes on.
Capacity of the ground, around 3,000 of the ground, around 3,000. Oh, well bowled. That's a beauty from Viv Kingma. Bit of extra bounce. Beauty from Viv Kingma. Bit of extra bounce. Goes past the outside edge. 4 overs gone. Pakistan winning the toss and batting. 3 without loss.
VSC special. VSC special.
Lovely ball just kicking up outside the line of off stump. Beautifully bowled.
Very nicely bowled that, because we saw earlier in the over that Kingma did bring that ball back to Imam. Bring that ball back to Imam. And that one running across the left. And that one running across the left-hander. Hander.
That's middle, just behind.
Sun's out at the moment. Expecting a bit of a cloud later on, Brian, but whilst there's a cloud later on, Brian, but whilst the sun's out, we have a look at Arian Dutt's bowling so far. He's been very bowling so far. He's been very, very disciplined. There's been a big focus for him over the summer is to be making sure he's hitting the stumps. And that so far is showing that he's putting that ball in the right zone to these left-handers.
Well, doesn't seem to be a great deal of intent being shown by these. Pakistan batsmen at the moment.
Here we go.
Pakistan batsmen at the moment.
Here we go, boy.
50 overs is a long time. It's a very long. This is a long time. It's a very long time these days in an era of 2020 cricket. And even T10 cricket. But well, maybe a bit of intent is. Necessary.
Red free.
Touch straight from Dutt there. Only the single taken. Yeah, it seems a bit odd, especially with the Dutch only playing the 2 frontline spinners, so maybe they're looking to save a bit of Van Beek through the middle. They have had the issue in the past of having to go with the extra seaman, not having been able to trust Buster later, but as of recently, Bus has bowled extremely well, so
5 in 5 here.
it shows today that the Dutch are going, we're going to give Bus the ball early, and I think that's a really exciting opportunity for him in this 50-over format.
There's that intent, finally, and fortune favours the brave for Fakhar Zaman. He gets a boundary, the first of the day, but, well, I think it's fair to say he's been lucky. That wasn't a million miles away from slip, Vikramjit Singh.
The Dutch will be very happy to see this. Intent being shown. Hard deep. Well over the top, Vikram Singh. He is an athlete with these hands. He's got great hands there for a slip, but it evades him. Duddy has bowled well here so far. He's hit a really good line as Arian Dutt.
Yes, Arian Dutt's chock full of confidence at the moment. come back for two. It's a well-placed shot from Fakhar Zaman. Marion Dutt 4 for man. Marion Dutt 4 for 12 in his 10 overs for his 12 in his 10 overs for his club side VRA. Last club side VRA last Saturday.
Yeah, he's bowled very well recently. He's just sort of been part of this 50 over format. It's a very wild shot, to be fair, from Fakhar Zaman.
Shout for LBW. Not out, says Rizwan Akram.
Seeing again that 93 90. Seeing again that 93 94 kilometre hour pace. 4 mile an hour kilometre hour pace from Dutt. Just down the line. Missing leg. Just down the line. Missing leg, you'd say. Just sliding on. I've seen it say, just sliding on. We have seen the ball grip and now we're seeing it slide on. So, the ball grip and now we're seeing it slide on. So, that presenting challenges on both sides of the edge here.
Lovely.
It's a really good over from Aaron Dutt. 7 runs from it. Doesn't Dutt. 7 runs from it. Doesn't tell the whole story. 5 gone then. Pakistan winning the toss and batting. 10 without loss. Two debutants for Pakistan, Salman Ali Agha, they're nestling in the middle order, and Nazim Shah bringing up the rear. It's a nothing shot really from Imam, particularly with that floating slip in position. That was a get-out shot really. Luckily for him, the ball evaded the edge.
A good start was very important for the Dutch. It was very important for the Dutch this morning. Yeah, just a bit floaty, wasn't there? No real intent in that shot. Just sort of a bit beside the ball. So, as you mentioned, Brian, it's a bit of a nothing option. Deep square leg in place at the moment, along with third man. The two fielders out.
He's got away with that one, Kingma, because he's got fine leg up in the circle. So it only needed a little bit of bat on that from Imam. To reduce a boundary. Here is that field.
Yeah, deep square leg behind. Got Bustelator out there doing the work. One of the Dutch better fielders. He's an absolute whippet in the field, Brian. The man works so hard on his fielding, having seen him train it with this fielding, Peter Byron, and you can see the rewards. He's taken some absolute screamers. In the recent past. Peter Barrett. There's Peter Barrett. Alongside James Hilditch, assistant coach analyst. Two of them putting a lot of work in. They were away with the side when they were in the Zimbabwean qualifiers with the World T20. And they were the World T20, and then they were in the New Zealand squad as well. Those guys are working very, very hard. Today.
Isn't that a good sight? On the right of screen there, Ryan Campbell. Back with the squad. Of course, suffered a heart attack in April. He's been on the sidelines, but now back with the team. That really is a wonderful story. Great to see.
Yeah, great to see Cambo back in the lineup there. Alongside interim head coach Ryan Cook.
This really is a terrific start from the Dutch. They haven't taken a wicket, but they've done everything. They bowl with great discipline, and the fielding really has been sharp inside the ring too.
Yeah, there's a lot of work being gone into this fielding. It's a big focus point for interim head coach Ryan Cook, alongside Peter Barr. Those two have been fielding coaches in the past, and they've really tried to push it with this group here. So quite a lot of athletes. Even the old man Bez Virazi here at mid-off is also a great mover.
Full in length, big shout. Not out, says Michael. Michael Goff. They're thinking about a review. And Scott Edwards says yes. We will. We'll go upstairs.
TV umpire to director, we have a player review for LBW. The original decision is not out. The auto no ball is down. Can I check the front foot, please?
Nothing on the screen. Hit the front foot, lovely.
Yeah, that's a fair delivery. Can I have the front on, please?
I thought so, but one of those is going quite well.
Waiting on front on. Front on coming up. The ball is close to the bat. Can I have ultra-X to confirm, please? Satisfied, no bat involved. Can we go to ball tracking, please? Satisfied, no bat involved. Can we go to ball tracking, please? Original decision not out. Pitching in line, impact in line, wickets hitting. Michael, you need to reverse your decision to out. Stand by. You're on screen now. You can make the signal.
That is
Screen now. You can make the signal.
That is a fantastic review by the Dutch. Fakazaman goes. Viv Kingma strikes. And the strikes. And the home side get the wicket they deserve from this start.
Yeah, the Dutch have been excellent up front, putting balls in the right zone. Imam ul Haq, 2 off 9. Imam ul Haq, 2 off 9. Never really got started. He goes LBW. He goes LBW Kingma. First wicket falls. 10 Kingma. First wicket falls. 10 for 1.
Yeah, 5, 4, 3.
Babar Azam coming in. Babar Azam coming in at number 3, the captain. Babar Azam, captain, in at number 3 after Imam ul Haq departed. Really terrific reward for the Dutch for this start. Very disciplined start. And a great review, as it turns out, by Scott Edwards and Vivian Kingma.
Yeah, it's been a brilliant start from the Dutch. And just rewards for it. They've worked very, very hard, putting the balls in the right zone. Now we're looking to try and double up here in the 7th over.
Babar will come straight on to strike now with that single to Fakazaman. Let's have another look at that wicket.
Yeah, straightened down the line, pitching in line with leg, hitting in line with leg and smashing it. Beautifully bowled from Kingma. He's very much deserved that start. Great to see a smile on his face. He's been a little bit up and down with his form and with his confidence at this format. But there you go, the coaching staff also very happy. Ryan Campbell with a hand in the air. The Dutch will be very, very happy.
Terrific bowling from Kingma, because he's run most deliveries across the left-hander. Just brought the odd one back, and he brought that one back. And he got the success as a result.
He can drop out. And Bassi.
So right-hander now for Aryan Dutt to bowl to for the first time. Deep square leg and deep backward square leg in position, the two fielders outside the circle.
Lovely, Daddy. Lovely boy.
And what form Babar Azam has been in white ball cricket, one-day international cricket. 800s in his previous 20 innings. Really is exceptional. You can throw in a couple of 90s there as well.
Oh, yes, Daddy boy. Oh, yes, Daddy boy.
Yeah, what an exceptional player. And what an amazing player to have here in Rotterdam, in the Netherlands. Murgers, just beggars belief sometimes when you think about the players that have come this summer. And the sort of support they get here in the Netherlands. There you go. Look at that record, absolutely astonishing. Almost 60 as an average in ODI cricket, exceptional.